Yo, 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 what it is, people, we is back. Another day on Keep It G News. And then we got an update on PNB Rock case. Y'all know I've been covering this case from the beginning, And I actually was just looking for more details on this situation because I figured, a court date should be coming up soon. I mean, the man died almost a year ago. I want some condolences to PNB Rock and his family. Y'all know they still dealing with this loss. To take a member of the family that probably was the breadwinner. Shit, I know what everybody feeling. Especially his wife and his daughter, man. So I want my condolences to them. And also, when all this was going on, I think I might have been one of the first blogs to speak out when people was trying to slander his girl, man. Like, I did not like that, y'all. How did y'all feel about that, man? For real, I did not like it. You can go back. I did a video on it. Man, that pissed me off, y'all. Kodak Black, the one that started the landslide. I wasn't with it. Because in that situation, you can't blame her, man. I mean, even if she was wrong. But come to find out, you're going to hand this documents. That Instagram post that she posted had nothing to do with this situation. That's not how they got on the PNB Rock. And I think we learned that before when more information came out. But this information we got today is way more detailed. But that wasn't her fault. She didn't deserve the backlash. And I can just imagine being a close friend to her and seeing her go through this on the heels of her husband or boyfriend or child's father being murdered, y'all. Yeah, that was cruel, unfair, and it was real effed up for people on the internet to do. But today we got more information. We actually got 2 articles. And it's not really new information, but it's new to us, because this information came out last year. But for the longest time, we was only under the impression that 3 people was locked up for PNB Rock's murder. Come to find out, it's 5. The man who fist bumped PNB Rock as he entered Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles last year was the one who tipped off the killers to the middle child rapper's location and possibly supplied the gun used in his murder, sources and court documents allege. Trayvon Nathan Jones, 45, appeared in custody at a Compton courthouse Monday for a hearing alongside Freddie Trone, the alleged getaway driver and father of the juvenile charged with gunning down PNB Rock inside Roscoe's on September 12, 2022. Jones is one of 2 new suspects charged in connection with the rapper's murder. Jones was arrested last May in connection with the murder, but his charges were filed under a different case number, causing them to fly under the radar until now. He was charged with 2 counts of robbery, 1 count of conspiring to rob the rapper, whose real name was Raheem Allen, inside the Roscoe's restaurant, and 1 count of illegal possession of a firearm. Freddie Trone, meanwhile, was arrested and charged just weeks after the murder alongside his 17-year-old son, who allegedly pulled the trigger, and his wife, Chantel Trone, who was charged with accessory after the fact. Another new defendant in the case, Wanisha Evans, was also arrested last May and charged with being accessory after the fact. Prosecutors alleged she drove Freddie Trone from Los Angeles to Las Vegas after the murder to help him escape a public manhunt, according to court filings. Both Jones and Evans have pleaded not guilty, as have Freddie Trone and Chantel Trone. In a motion to dismiss charges, Jones' defense lawyer quoted from a probable cause hearing held late August, in which a detective testified that Jones and PNB Rock exchanged a fist bump when the rapper first entered the restaurant with his girlfriend, Stephanie, whatever her last name is. The motion says the detective told the court that Jones met up with Freddie Trone outside the restaurant a short time later, before the shooting, and appeared to hand over an object that he retrieved from his sedan, covered with a towel. Jones also dialed Trone's phone number around the time of the slaying, detectives testified, according to the motion. A source with knowledge of the case tells Rolling Stone that prosecutors believe it was Jones, not an Instagram post from his girlfriend, that alerted the alleged killers to the rapper's whereabouts. Jones' defense lawyer, David Hawes, pushed back against the prosecution theory in the dismissal motion. There was no testimony that Mr. Jones communicated directly with the alleged juvenile shooter at any time before, during, or after the crime. There was also no testimony that Mr. Jones contacted Mr. Trone to make him aware of Mr. Allen's presence inside Roscoe's. Hines wrote in a motion filed September 29, 2023, and obtained by Rolling Stone. The additional claim that Mr. Jones supplied Mr. Freddie Trone with a firearm is pure speculation. So Trayvon Jones was the guy that allegedly made this phone call. He posed the same PNB Rock in the store, gave him that. You know, I'm sure they got all this on camera. And next thing you know, you see Freddie Trone pull up. He leave. You know, they had that little conversation. He go get his son. This is all on video. You feel me? He get his son, come back, and they do what they do. Senseless, stupid, idiotic for a father to crash his son out like that. You know? Actually crash his whole family out. Because we're going to get to the rest of the family. Because like I say, a lot more information came out. And then you got the girl who they don't really clarify the relationship she got to Freddie Trone. But she tried to take him to Las Vegas to get away. And I told y'all before one of my other videos. If you ever find yourself, one of my homeboys, yo, ever find yourself in this type of situation, yo, leave me out of it, yo. Because I promise you, if I'm ever in that situation, I will not put nobody else in it. Not my girl, not my friends. Yo, because that's fucked up, yo. That's wrong, yo, to put somebody in that situation, yo. Now, because of the decisions of Freddie Trone and his son, mainly Freddie Trone, I don't even blame the son. He was just under the father's direction. For real, the father need to get the bulk of the time. But now, because of him, he got all these people indicted and arrested on murder charges, you know, on different aspects of the murder. But the key information that came out today is how they tried to cover up this crime. As Rolling Stone first reported, authorities arrested Freddie Trone, his teen son, and his wife, Chantel Trone, in late September 2022 after connecting the alleged getaway car seen on surveillance video with a Buick Enclave found torched and abandoned just blocks away from where Trone's residence in Gardena, California. As previously unreported court transcripts obtained by Rolling Stone reveals how police tracked down 3 suspects shortly after PNB Rock was murdered in a South Los Angeles restaurant. When celebrated Philadelphia rapper PNB Rock was gunned down inside of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in South Los Angeles last year, speculation about the shooter and his getaway driver exploded online. Now, in legal documents obtained by Rolling Stone, new details have emerged in the slaying and how the suspects allegedly led investigators to their door with a bubbling cover-up. The middle child rapper, born Rakim Allen, was eating at the restaurant with his girlfriend Stephanie, whatever her last name is, on September 12, 2022, when a gunman walked in, demanded the 30-year-old magician's jewelry, fired the fatal shots, and fled in the Buick Enclave. Weeks later, police arrested a 17-year-old shooter suspect as well as his dad and stepmom. Authorities alleged the juvenile pulled the trigger, but they also charged the dad with murder, too, casting him as a mastermind of the deadly robbery. They claimed the stepmom was accessory after the fact. As the case heads into a key hearing Monday, a previously unreported transcript taken from a probable cause hearing held in a Compton courthouse last April for suspects Freddie Lee Trone, 41, and his wife, Chantel Trone, 39, who have pleaded not guilty. Rolling Stone is now revealing a comprehensive new timeline. Here are the top takeaways from the 123-page transcript. Police say Freddie Lee Trone attempted to torch and ditch the getaway car just 2 blocks from his home, hours after the shooting. In the most surprising detail to come out of the transcript, authorities claim Freddie Lee Trone attempted to destroy the alleged getaway car when he purportedly lit his wife Buick Enclave on fire and fled the scene of the alleged arson in the pre-dawn hours of September 13, 2022. LAPD officer Matthew Clark testified that surveillance video from the apartment building where Freddie lived with Chantel shows him leaving the premises and walking along 141st Place in Gardena, California, dressed in all black with gloves on his hands at 2:28 a.m. the day after the murder. The video purportedly shows Freddie manipulating something in his hands, and the Enclave taillights activating before he gets into the vehicle, the officer testified. Less than 20 minutes later at 2:45 a.m., a car reported the vehicle being on fire at 139th Street near Budlong Avenue, 2 blocks from Trone's building. A melted gas canister was found at the scene. Clark said Chantel told police her car must have been stolen, but there was no broken glass where she claimed it was last parked, and the vehicle showed no signs of forced entry. Police previously said the suspect's vehicle caught on cameras outside Roscoe's was a Buick Enclave. Freddie Lee Trone allegedly had burns on his forehead and legs after the suspected arson. Officer Clark said when he interviewed Chantel 2 weeks after the murder on September 27, 2022, she admitted Freddie had injuries consistent with someone involved in an act of arson. She observed that Freddie had sustained burns to his forearms and legs, and the officer testified she took him to receive medical care. The alleged teen gunman purportedly used a toothbrush to clean Pan B. Rock's new lane pendant in the kitchen. During her interview with police, Chantel Trone claimed that the day of the murder, she saw her stepson using a toothbrush to clean a piece of jewelry in the kitchen. Officer Clark testified. Chantel allegedly described the piece as having a large L and a large A, the investigator said. It was later determined that the piece of jewelry was Pan B. Rock's diamond-encrusted pendant, paying homage to his label, New Lane Entertainment, Clark testified. Chantel also reported that a couple days after the murder, she saw the teen wearing the gold rope chain that previously attached to the pendant, the officer said. She further told police that the teen was not welcome at the apartment because she previously had found him with multiple pieces of her own jewelry in his pocket, Clark said. Freddie Lee Trone allegedly visited the Roscoes while P&B Rock was inside, spoke with people outside, left, and then returned with his son. P&B Rock and his girlfriend walked into Roscoe's around 12:30 p.m. the day of the murder, Officer Clark testified, citing surveillance video. About an hour and a half later, a different camera recorded a black Enclave entering the parking lot, the officer testified. Freddie Lee Trone allegedly exited the vehicle, walked over and conversed with a group of members before reversing out of the parking lot a few minutes later, according to Clark. The Buick Enclave reappeared a short time later, driving slowly in the southbound lane bordering the Roscoe's lot. Several seconds after that, the alleged teen gunman is caught on video wearing a purple shirt with a Nike swoosh and entering Roscoe's at 1:16 p.m. Not once during the preliminary hearing did the prosecutors or witnesses mention an Instagram post made by the girlfriend shared on her profile with a go tag revealing the couple's stop at Roscoe's. While some previously speculated that the post alerted the gunman to the rapper's location, testimony at the hearing focused on the allegation that Freddie Lee Trone spoke with people outside the restaurant before returning with his son. After the deadly shooting, the gunman was captured on video running out of the parking lot and climbing into the Buick Enclave, Officer Clark testified. Dealer police led investigators to a used car lot 2 days after the murder. They learned Freddie and Chantel Trone had visited earlier that same day to buy a new car. Officer Clark testified that a surveillance camera on a church around the corner from the Roscoe's captured the Buick Enclave with a paper license plate from a used car dealership. Investigators visited the dealership 2 days after the murder on September 14, 2022, and learned that Chantel Trone purchased the vehicle in 2021. Clark told the court. The owner of the dealership also purportedly told investigators that Chantel and Freddie Lee Trone had visited the dealership again that day, just hours before investigators, to buy a Jeep Cherokee. The owner said Chantel told him that the Buick had been stolen and burned, so she needed a replacement, Clark testified. Chantel told police Freddie's actions made her suspicious, but she denies being an accessory. When cops knocked on Trone's door the morning of September 13, 2022, to report Chantel's vehicle had been set on fire less than a quarter mile away, Freddie allegedly told her to conceal the fact he was home. When she received notification at the door from Gardena PD, she advised Freddie of the fact that the police was there. Freddie apparently told her to not advise that he was there. Officer Clark testified, citing Chantel's statement to police. Chantel also reported that Freddie and his son had been whispering throughout the day, and she was suspicious of that, the officer said. Investigators later searched Chantel's phone and found text messages Freddie sent at 4:25 a.m. the day after the murder saying he had to leave because it has to cool down, Clark told the court. Chantel's defense attorney argued during the hearing that his client is innocent. Ms. Trone has nothing to do with this crime. She is almost a victim. Her car was used without her knowledge in the murder and robbery, defense lawyer Robin Yans told the court, according to the transcript. The alleged teen shooter was released from juvenile hall just 4 days after the murder. The 17-year-old boy who allegedly killed P&B Rock had been arrested on September 3, 2022 for a separate incident involving possession of a firearm at a park in which a use of force occurred, Officer Clark testified. He said that after Freddie Lee Trone was taken into custody himself, he told police that he picked up his son from East Lake Juvenile Hall on September 8, 2022, just 4 days before the murder at Roscoe's. Mr. Freddie Trone stated that he is always having problems with his son, the officer told the court. As P&B Rock was dying in his girlfriend's arms, the gunman threatened to shoot her in the head. Yet another investigator testified that his girlfriend told police she was holding her mortally wounded boyfriend on the floor of Roscoe's when the masked shooter turned his gun on her and demanded she show her hands. Give me that now, or I will shoot you in the head, the gunman demanded, according to the testimony from LAPD Detective Nancy Doster. His girlfriend, who shared the young daughter of PNB Rock, said the armed assailant demanded, "Give me all your jewelry now," before he immediately started shooting. Doster said, "The shooting happened immediately. PNB Rock had no time to react or say anything," Doster testified, citing an interview with his girlfriend. The terrified girlfriend, who previously revealed PNB Rock threw her under the table as bullets started flying, said she removed her watch and handed it over while the killer removed PNB's rings, 2 watches, and 3 necklaces before fleeing, Doster said. On Monday, Chantel's defense lawyer is expected to argue a motion asking the court to reverse its April 18, 2023 finding at the probable cause hearing that there's enough evidence to warrant sending her to trial. I say this all the time, and I'm going to keep saying it until it's a saying on the internet. If you don't know the laws, you don't know the rules, yo, you shouldn't be committing no crime. Straight up. And like I say, man, Freddie Trone got his wife in this whole situation. Now, she's out on bond, you know. But if you hear her lawyer and his explanation as to why she need to get her charges dropped, he talking about this is not a conspiracy. She ain't have nothing to do with the case. But if you listen to the facts of the case, she played the role. That's the thing, y'all. When you got something like a murder, yo, anything that you do for this alleged suspect at the time is a conspiracy. Yo, what I learned from going through my situation is you don't even have to actually commit the crime to be charged with conspiracy. But this woman lied to police when the police came to the door. That's conspiracy. Tried to report the car stolen. Another conspiracy. So how can a lawyer get up here and try to act like she's not implicated or she ain't playing no role in this case? It's crazy. I know they got a job to do. I'm just saying, why waste the court's time? You know, it's other ways and probably other routes that he can probably take to get her away from these charges. But I come to find out they're trying to consolidate the charges. You know, they're trying to consolidate everybody. And that's not going to be good for nobody. Straight up. Not for the people that's least culpable. You want your trial separated from them. You know, hopefully they get found guilty and, you know, they just say, man, look, we just get them a slap on the wrist, you know, get them probation, give them 3 years, you know, something like that, just to get them out the way. We don't want to waste the court money. But they're trying to get them all in court at the same time, yo. So if I was one of them other defendants, you know, one of the lesser culpable ones, I would be highly upset. And how many times we going to see cases where guys that do something in their car and try to take it back? Yo, I don't know what world people living in. Yo, has that ever worked? Has it ever been a situation where a person used their car to commit a crime and took it back and got away with it? Please let me know in the comments, because I don't think it have. I don't think it have. His best bet was to try to burn the car like he did. But at the end of the day, yo, once you get caught on camera, you is done. You're done. Straight up, it's cameras everywhere now. That's why criminality don't pay like it used to. Too much technology, yo. It's cameras everywhere. You got cameras on buildings. You got ring cameras. It's like, yo, all they gotta do is catch a glimpse of you. You know, a lot of these cameras be 4K. And once the tag number was on that camera, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. He was better off turning himself in. At least he would have got his girl out of it. You know? Him and his son was already done. At least she wouldn't have got dragged into it, you know? Turn yourself in, yo. You make out better that way. I know it sounds crazy, you know, because I support the run as well. You feel me? But the more logical thing to do, because you can't run forever. You're going to get caught eventually. And then, a lot of times when you run, you get other people involved. And that's what happened with Freddie Trone. Him going on a run got 2 people indicted. That's better turn yourself in. Save everybody the hassle. But let me know how you feel about it in the comments. This is Keep It G News. And I'm out.
Nigga can't do what I do. Y'all niggas can't copy me. Let's keep shit G. Let's keep shit G. Let's keep the shit G. Let's keep shit G. Let's keep shit G.